Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we've got another Transformers Studio Series reveal that is part of the Rise of the Beast line. It seems like there's a convention going on in Japan that's showing off some of the Transformers toys, and they had a whole bunch of the Wave 1 Studio Series figures that are related to Rise of the Beast. So they had Bumblebee, they had Cheetor, they had Scourge, but then also in the middle they had Optimus Prime. Now this is different than the mainline Optimus Prime. I know it might not look it because obviously they're very similar figures trying to represent a similar design, but this is a vastly different figure. It's a different mold, and it might be very similar to this. That's because the Bumblebee movie version of the Studio Series Optimus Prime is actually the inspiration for this particular design and how it transforms. Now, with that being said, some people are going to prefer the mainline, some people are going to prefer the Bumblebee version of the Studio Series figure, but I gotta say, I'm actually really into it. It actually looks a little more solid compared to that Studio Series Bumblebee version, because my problem with this is the legs, and then also the back seems a little bulky, which isn't necessarily bad, but I don't know, I feel like they could have slimmed them down, and it looks like with this particular design, they seem to have done that. Now, what I will say that's better on the Bumblebee movie toy, I know it's very confusing, there's so many different Optimuses, but the thing about that is I feel like I like the colors on that a little bit more with the gunmetal. This one has the lighter gray, which is very similar to that mainline Optimus Prime, but what makes this work is the fact that it seems like it has proper blues, it seems to have proper reds, not just, you know, the color slapped on some gray plastic that's super obvious and sparse like the mainline figure. You get a good amount of blue plastic in the legs, and that actually looks pretty good, and I don't know, I think the coloring is nice, and I'm not so bothered by the light gray. Now, he does seem to come with a sword, and it's very stylized like the Transformers Prime design, but it is the one that he's going to have in Rise of the Beast. Now, he's not necessarily supposed to hold it, but it seems like there might be a way for him to incorporate that to the side of the arm, because if you can see inside there, it almost looks like there's a peg hole in the arm, assuming that's not just a ball joint socket, which it could be also, but I would imagine there's some way to incorporate that on the side. I mean, there's also seemingly a peg hole right on the side of the arm, so maybe you could just slap it there. I don't know. I feel like it's not just going to be used as a handheld weapon, but maybe I'm wrong about that. On the other hand, you can see a gun. Now, there's no image showing so far of him without the gun, so I'm not sure if he has a secondary hand or if he only has the gun. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to interchange with that. So, you know, just something to keep an eye on. But I think the rest of the toy does look pretty good. The lower legs do look kind of thin compared to the upper legs, but I think some people were complaining about the size of the legs, so maybe that's a good thing. But we also have additional images that just show him standing right there, and you can definitely see that the transformation is inspired by that Bumblebee version, because you can see the way the chest panels flip up, and you can kind of see the leg transformations there, and how there's a part of the torso that swings up. So very similar with that, and you can definitely see that more so with the back, especially how the panel slips there, and you could also see the similar peg holes on the back. I don't like the fact that they're using blue plastic and painting it over with red on the back. It just looks weird, especially when you expose a lot of the blue inside that. But that's like such a minor thing. I'm not going to be looking at the back too often, so whatever. But the rest of it does seem fine. I like how the arm kibble wraps around, and you can also see that the wheels tuck in a different way that flattens the sides. So I do like how they're designing this toy. I don't think it's that bad. Again, I know some people are going to prefer some of the different Optimus Primes that are out there that are very similar to this, but for me, I'm into this. I don't think it's a good idea that it's a Buzzworthy Bumblebee toy, apparently, according to Hasbro, but that's just how it is. So, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I will see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV, now that's just prime.